The Labour Party has won a landslide majority in the UK elections. Keir Starmer has become the Prime Minister after sweeping away a 14-year era of the Conservative rule. The Conservatives, led by Rishi Sunak, experienced their worst electoral performance in the party's extensive history. This time, a record number of around 26 Indian origin members of Parliament have been elected to the House of Commons in UK's general elections. Outgoing Prime Minister Rishi Sunak led the Tory charge of British Indian origin members holding on to their seats with a decisive win in his Richmond and Northallerton constituency in Yorkshire. On that note, I'm being joined by Virendra Sharma, former Member of Parliament from the Labour Party. Mr. Sharma, thank you so much, sir, for taking our time to speak to NewsX. I begin by asking you, of course, how do you view the victory of the Labour Party with such a massive margin after 14 years?
It's a great news to all those people who believed in democracy, believed in equality, believed in diversity, and also believed in the internationalism. So we are all happy that this change has brought to British politics, and I'm sure under the new leadership, under the leadership of Keir Starmer, the new Prime Minister, we will go into the right directions to bring peace and prosperity for all in the world.
Right. Mr. Sharma, I'd also like to understand from you, sir, what do you think led to the landslide victory of the Labour Party? 412 seats, that's a sweeping win. What are the factors you feel contributed towards getting this number?
This is the politics of the land, is that we had a government for 14 years,
right,
who failed the country, who failed their own party, and they failed the British people. So that's where it's the resentment, the reaction of the British people against the Conservative government and the Conservative Party. And that's the proof of today's election result is. Because of the failure of the Conservative government and the Conservative Party to lead the country into the right directions.
Yes.
When that failure, people have witnessed it, people have seen it, people were affected, and then they decided to vote them out. And this is the result we have seen today.
Okay, what do you feel, Mr. Sharma, then are the changes that the people of UK are expecting with Keir Starmer now coming to power? You talk about the failures of the Conservative government. What changes will the Labour Party bring?
To stop towards the directions the Conservative government was taking us around, the direction to stop it, the direction to bring the stability in the economy, play the major part to bring peace in the world, making sure the future youth of the country and the world are given the skills so that they can lead in the 21st century, so that we can have a peaceful, prosperous society. That is what the Labour government will do. They will take it to lead it. They will stop the directions that Conservatives are taking to bring it back and stabilize the economy and the society as a whole.
Mr. Sharma, I of course have to also ask you one pertinent question, because you are of Indian origin and a former MP of the Labour Party. We saw that the Labour Party's policy towards India changed after Keir Starmer took away the reins from Jeremy Corbyn, particularly over the matter of Kashmir. He did say that Kashmir will be seen as a bilateral issue between India and Pakistan. And of course, there were certain other statements made by him as well. Now, analysts believe that was all to woo the Indian diaspora. However, I just want to understand from you, because the response in India to the Labour Party coming in remains cautious. That would perhaps be the correct word to use. I just want to understand from you, how much of the change will we see taking place in terms of actionables versus what has been said in theory by Keir Starmer?
It's an individual's interpretation.
Right.
I was a member of parliament and had played a lead role in the Labour Party during the Jeremy leadership before as well. Yes, there was a different point of view. That's the beauty of the democracy of Britain, that you respect each other's point of view, but you lead it. I opposed to Jeremy's approach on Kashmir. I opposed Jeremy's approach on the peace in the world the way he wanted. I wanted with the peace, with the peaceful measures, and I always believed, and I fought for it, that Kashmir is an integral part of India, and it's the Indian people who will decide. Outside forces have nothing to do with it, including Jeremy. And I think that present leadership accepts that. Present leadership will work with the countries if they want us to get involved to bring the peace in Kashmir region. But I don't think that Keir Starmer or anybody else will be trying to interfere in the internal matters of India or any other sovereign country.
All right, good to know that. Mr. Sharma, before we let you go, sir, how do you feel India and UK's bilateral ties as well as straight ties will be, what will they be looking like going ahead under the leadership of Keir Starmer? Because we've not seen too much of movement or progress as far as the FTA is also concerned.
I think that where the Conservatives failed to bring that trade agreement, I'm sure the next government will be working on that, because it's a beneficiary to the both countries. And once the both countries agrees, then the prosperity will lead to the other Southeast Asian countries as well. So I believe that the Keir Starmer and the government is committed to bring that deal as quickly as possible, which Keir Starmer has already said, and others, David and others also share that view. And I think that we will wait and see the directions Labour government will take it. I'm confident that the next Labour government will work closely with India, Indian government, and the Indian people, both in India and the diaspora in Britain.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.